Welcome back, YouTubers. This is going to be a review of Robot Spirits figure number 316, Blue Destiny Unit 1, the RX-79BD-1. As you can tell from the registry number, this is a modification of the Ground Combat Gundam model. I don't know if they built an entirely new unit, because the RX-79 series was basically supposed to be made from spare parts from the original RX-78 version, which is the classic white, blue, and red and yellow Gundam. But my personal theory has always been that that is just the original story. This model of Gundam has been seen in more places, and honestly, I don't know. It can be weird. It could be that they just took the design and decided to expand it. As you see, it's got the little machine gun rifle, more commonly seen later, and this little clip-on part that goes over the butt here to hide it. This gun is actually more commonly seen in later models, so I'm not sure if this is an error when they made the figure or not. I don't recall seeing it in the manga, which I have a copy of. It's well out of print, but it was made way back in the day by a company called Mix, M-I-X-X. There was only one manga, so it's not like it's a lost series or untranslated, but it's not exactly a well-known series either. The Blue Destiny is kind of a weird duck. I'll explain as we go. Now, it's got some unique bits to it. As I said earlier, this thing's made from the RX-79 frame, so a lot of its features are similar to it. Let me show you here. Like the RX-79 ground type, these things have beam saber holsters hidden in the legs here on either side. So it's got that there, which I've always liked that. It also has these little detachable machine gun ammo clips on its waist. A detail not everyone notices right away at this model. Comes with the same machine gun that those units use, so it's got that for it. Has this stock and the hand grip here if he wants to two-handed or one-handed. The shield clips on the arm, or you can clip it on the back here with this pin. It does have some nice other features though. This is from the anime line, so it's got your standard fists and extra movement parts, but it also has these two little add-ons you can attach to it via these little white ports here. Pop these out, see, and you attach these missiles. There's two of them, which is a nice little feature. Gives it a little surprise if it needs it. It's also got a couple of thruster parts, red and blue. Now, the reason for these is something related to the lore. I'll get into a moment. Has two beam sabers in regular mode and one doing the big slash. Now, it's also got this extra part. I believe it's a mounting bracket for the shield, but I'm not absolutely sure on that. The final piece is this replacement visor. This goes into the lore of this mobile suit. It was the first of the exam mobile suits built by the Federation. There was another Xeon made one or two, I think. One was in, I think, a Dom. The other was installed in a custom mobile suit called the Ifrit. At least I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, some of you may have seen this in Gundam Build Fighters, because it made a brief appearance as an installed option on one of the Gundams, but, well, actually a GM, but yeah. But it's basically their version of a super mode. See, without the visor, you can see the eye sensors underneath, two instead of the mono eye the Xeon have. But when it activates the exam, its sensor turns, its main eye goes red, and its thrusters turn to this red color, hence why it's there. But it basically pushes the output of the machine to its limit. The reason for this is it's an anti-new type system, ironically developed by a Xeon scientist who went a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The system allows a human to fight on the same level as a new type with basically cyber new type-like abilities. It bears some similarities to the Destroy system from the later Unicorn series of mobile suits, as well as a similarity to the Transam system from Gundam 00. In essence, it allows the mobile suit to fight more efficiently and faster. It's basically a kind of computer-controlled booster for the pilot. The side effect, though, is that the system is not entirely computer-based. No idea how it is. This is, you know, sci-fi mysticism, but the soul of the new type who did it, who was the original prototype tester for this system, basically has her soul trapped inside the system. Now, there are several parts of this. Basically, the story in the series is that her soul's basically been split into pieces, and each time one of the units is destroyed, her soul gets a little more complete. Unfortunately, Xeon has one of the units, as I mentioned, and there are several in Federation controls, so her soul's kind of messed up right now. I'm not entirely sure if it's her will or just the insanity of some of the people who pilot these things. But they're driven by a desire to recapture the other units, to make her complete again. Little weird, I know. But in essence, it's what she wants is for the other units to be destroyed and for her soul to be set free. Also, I figured out what this was for. It was for this gun. It fits on the back here to attach it to the back skirt. Couldn't remember what that was for. Also having a little trouble getting the beam sabers out of these things. They're in there tight. Might need to get a pair of forceps. One moment. Forceps. There we go. Looks like it got stuck on the pivot. Wasn't supposed to stay all the way over like that. It's supposed to be like partially up. There we go. Yeah. But basically, that's the exam system. Now, as I said, the manga I have is the only manga that was produced, but the story is in two parts as far as I know. Or at least two main parts. There's another portion of the story that I think was done as like a Gundam magazine or some other such, but the rest of the story is told in Gundam Encounters in Space, a PS2 era video game. In it, you play a mission where you pilot the third of these units that the Federation made and defeat the second unit. It's like a story mission. It's not super long. But in it, you basically fight the Xeon pilot who's Gundam jacked the second unit and destroy it in space. Now, this is not a full Gundam, as it doesn't have the Gundam eyes or V-fin, but it does have the chin. So, in my opinion, counts as a Gundam. Anyway, aside from that, as you can see, it's got the regular movement and mobility that most anime series robot Damashi figures have, and it can fit any of the machine gun or beam launcher parts into these ports here or into the tip of the gun here. All in all, a good figure and definitely worth picking up. Aside from all that, if you know anything else, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Share this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao!